figured I should start doing this on a regular basis so that I can start getting used to being comfortable on camera and learn how my face works on camera and stop doing the stupid clucking sound that I make every once in a while or every time I stop talking. So I actually am having a pretty good day. There's some frustrations and stress and all that stuff, of course, but I've been able to do a good job of staying on top of those things. But what I mean by that is recognizing negative thought patterns that I'm having and knowing if it's something I need to be worried about that much or not, whether or not it's worth the energy or if it's healthy to be worried about. I had an appointment this morning with a VA psychiatrist. That went very well. She was very understanding in of who I am, not just understanding of my circumstances, but understanding of who I am as a person. And actually, I just got done with a phone interview that went wonderfully. It's for an engineering position that encompasses design, installation, building, everything, the whole process of getting product to the customer, which is that's my dream job. Taking a problem and giving the customer a solution. So hopefully I'll be hearing, he told me directly that I will be hearing from him again to do an in-person interview. So I'm very excited about that. And it is a job that would involve a lot of travel, which based on what I'm working on doing the next couple weeks is clearly something I want to do. So I'll get to see the country a little bit more for work and meet different people, see different places. So that's awesome. So I'm very hopeful and positive. And even if I don't get the job, it's just another experience of doing an interview to build on the skill sets that help me get a job. So currently working on selling some stuff. I don't want you all to get scared that I'm selling everything and what that could possibly mean. It is simply that trying to clear out the house so that there's not as much stuff in here to move and store since we will be selling the house. And I'm not going to try to live here by myself. I don't need all of this. All I need is a loft with a garage outside. So, and it'll help cover expenses for gas on this trip. You've all been really fantastic with all the birthday wishes yesterday and just the positive feedback on the fundraiser and the videos that the video that I posted. So thank you. Also, I've got a lot of private messages from folks, and it just reaffirms the fact that I am loved and valued by all of you, and that means the world. My current fear is that something will happen on this trip that sets me off in a negative way, whether it's something that happens to me where I am or if it's something that happens back here while I'm gone. So I'm trying to establish a plan for myself of what to do if that does happen, because I don't need to be on the road and having a meltdown. So if you have any ways that you do that and you want to make a recommendation, I'm open to that, and I appreciate your input. Don't be offended if I don't take your recommendation and execute on it, but know that I do listen and consider it. Right now, what I need to accomplish to make sure that I can go on this trip without any issues mechanically, I need to put together a toolkit and a spare parts kit of basic items that I know would be a showstopper on the road, but that I can address on the road. Obviously, I'm not going to bring a spare transmission or engine with me, but I can bring bearings and hoses and that kind of stuff to make sure that one little break is not going to be a disaster. So I believe that I can fit one of my toolboxes on the back seat. That way it's secure and I have access to everything that I need tool-wise, and then I can pack a bunch of stuff in the trunk. I'll put a cooler in the passenger footwell. That way I have access to drinks and snacks and food. I plan to actually stop at grocery stores to buy food, cold meats and stuff like that. That way I'm not spending gobs of money at fast food stores, fast food restaurants. Yeah, restaurants. So I'll bring some food with me, and the concern that goes after that then is laundry and showering and hygiene and all of that. So I need to also start looking into a plan for hygiene, whether that's truck stops, showering at a truck stop, or maybe every once in a while do check into a hotel. I wasn't planning on doing hotels at all, but maybe one night here and there just to get a warm bed and a shower and all of that. It couldn't hurt. There was that click. I'm excited. I really am. I'm doing everything I can to make sure that nothing brings that down, because I cannot wait to get on the road and see the country, especially getting down in the Southwest and seeing desert, and that's something I've missed for a long time. I spent my elementary years out in the Mojave Desert in California, and so one of my main stops is the town that I lived in, California City, in the Mojave Desert. It's where I busted my 2 front teeth in half going over the handlebars of my motorcycle. It's where I got on the newspaper as a juvenile delinquent because our motorcycles are too loud. And I've got friends out there still, which that's incredible. I've lived so many places over the years to know that childhood friends remember me and care about me. Even with the limited contact that we're allowed via Facebook nowadays, that I can go see and reminisce about silly old stuff or young stuff, it makes me happy. And then north of there, up into the Fresno area, my grandmother and my cousin and other family on the Burns side are all up there, so I'll get to stop in and see them. I haven't had enough time with that side of my family, and it makes me, there's some regret there, and I don't want that to be a thing for me. I don't want to have regret about that. I've got enough regrets that I'm trying to get past. North from there, Oregon, Washington. I've been to Oregon as a kid when my aunt and uncle lived up there, but I don't remember much. I was really young, and all I can remember is my dad being sick as hell, and rain. I'm guessing there was rain. Is likely. And then Washington I've never been to. So get up to Seattle, get rained on more, you know, see the cool sights up there. Make fun of some Seahawks fans. From there, heading back east and south, through probably through Bozeman, Montana, down to Denver. That'll cross off a couple other states along the way, and then I'll have to decide whether or not to come home or continue to do the eastern half of the trip. If I don't do it all in one, I've plotted it out to be basically two separate trips, two separate circles. So whether or not I do a figure eight or two circles will just kind of depend on how I'm doing when I get to Denver. And I'm looking forward to that because last time I was out in Colorado, up in the mountains, it was gorgeous. And the idea of ripping around some of those turns in the Mustang is exciting. I really am looking forward to this whole thing. I can't stress that enough. And hopefully you'll be able to enjoy tagging along with me. I don't know if I'll be able to do a daily update or video, but I will definitely hit the key points for you guys to see. You know, I'll get some good B-roll driving down the road and some great feature stuff too. I'll try to learn and educate you guys about the things that I find too. And I will be learning about myself and the places I visit. So I don't think I got anything else to say today. Thank you all again for your love and support, and I will see you out there.